and Kayam were playing Super Mario. In the first level, Kayam beat Kaya's score of 395 points by 124 points. So who scored more points, Kayam or Kaya? In the first round, who scored more points? Penelope?
Kaya.
No. Kayam, because Kayam beat Kaya's score. That's why I put a box around the word beat. That shows you, that's a math action word. Kayam had to have more points. So let's just first solve one level at a time. Okay? So it's Kaya, Kayam, round 1, round 2, total. Okay? So how many points did Kaya have in round 1? How many points did Kaya have in round 1? Mason?
390.
Kaya's score of 395 points. It tells you in the text how many points Kaya had. What do I need to do to figure out how many points Kayam had in round 1?
You need to add 124 to 3.
Right, so we have to do 395 plus 124. That gives me 519 points for round 1 for Kayam. Now let's look at round 2. If Kayam, in the second level, Kaya beat Kayam's score. So who is going to have the higher score here in the second round? Macy. Kaya. She beat Kayam. Okay? She beat him by 356 points. So she scored 356 points more than Kayam. If Kayam scored 424 points in the second round, what is the difference between the girls' combined scores in the first and second round? So, how many points did Kayam have in round 2? Kayam, how many points did Kayam have in round 2? Amanda, can you tell me? Can you look at it and tell me? We're putting fidgets away. We don't need fidgets right now. How many points did Kayam have in round 2? It tells you right in the text. Sam?
She had
424 points. And then what do I need to do to determine how many points Kaya had in round 2? Nolan? Right, because Kaya scored 356 points more than Kayam. I am glad that they made the names so similar to add to the confusion of the reading. So, in round 1, Kaya scored 395 points, and in round 2, she scored 780. So what is Kaya's total points in round 1? What are Kaya's total points in round 1? There should be lots of hands up. If your hand's not up, you should be adding these two numbers together. Huh? No, total points in round 1 and 2. Yep. Okay, so we have to do 395 plus 780 for 1,175 total points. How many total points did Kayam have? How many total points for Kayam? If your hand is not in the air, you should be adding these two numbers together. Amanda? 943. So what is the difference in their total scores? What is the difference in their total scores? If your hand is not up, you should be subtracting these two numbers. Noah?
232.
No? Brady? 230. I thought you said 50. 232. Okay, so the difference in their scores is 232 points.
I was 10 off.
I know, you just added wrong in the tens place.
I was 5.
Okay, so what did you have?
I had 200. I had
61 or 62?
261.
If you had 261 or 262, tell me what you did because that was a common error. What did you do, Amanda?
I didn't get that, but I wanted to tell you, even though you checked my phone.
Congratulations, that's awesome. Did anyone get 261, 262?
I added 395, 124, and then I added 356 and 424, and then I did those numbers, and then I minused them, and I got that number.
You minused what?
And I subtracted the numbers, but I changed it.
Okay, I wanted to see what your error was. Yes.
I didn't combine their score. I did time score in the first round, and then the second round I just added their score. I didn't even combine them.
Okay, so you just said, okay.
You wrote 232.
Uh-huh.
You wrote 200.
No, I didn't. It says 232.
Yeah, but you said it was 100.
No, it's 232.
232.
Okay. Please open your planner. Not planner. Math journal. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting on you to not be yelling out. I know that is a challenge, but we are not yelling out. And I am feeling that I made an error and that 94 should have been. Okay, we're going to have to make some accommodations here. I kind of messed up. I should have done it this journal entry with these two red angles on this page. So we're just going to come over here to the next page. Open to page 95. Okay. So there's another way to use a protractor.
What do you know?
Why are you looking that up? You gotta have it all eat.
I don't know why.
Okay, put it in your folder. Okay, everyone has this on their desk. Oh, look, we still are recording. Everyone has this on their desk, and we can use a protractor not only to measure angles, but also to draw angles. Okay?
Are we gonna do our cheer?
I think we should do our cheer here in a little bit. Yes. Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's read this learning objective together on page 95. Everyone read it with me, please. I can measure angles in whole number degrees using appropriate tools and sketch angles of specified measure. Okay? So I have a little handout here for talking about drawing an angle using a protractor. So let's look at it together. Step 1 says use the bottom edge of the protractor to draw a line. This will be one of the rays of the angle. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to do this one, this draw a 100-degree angle on page 95. So you're just going to use the bottom edge and you're going to draw a ray. Everyone should have gotten a protractor working on problem solving. Okay? And we'll call this ray BA. That is step 1. Just drawing a ray. Okay, let's look at step 2. Use your pencil to make a mark at the correct number of degrees. So, before you can use your pencil, you need to line up your protractor. And remember all the things that we talked about yesterday. The circle needs to go over the vertex. This line needs to lay flat on top of the ray. You need to make sure that your numbers are not backwards. Now, a 100-degree angle, is that going to be acute or obtuse? I should have more hands than 4. A 100-degree angle, will that be acute or obtuse? Yes, obtuse. So we're not going to draw to this 100 because that would make an acute angle, right? We're going to draw to this 100. So come to where the 100 is and right below it, make yourself a dot. Step 3. Now you're going to use the bottom edge again as a straight edge and make a line. So your straight edge needs to be lined up along the dot and your vertex. And you make a line connecting them. Now go ahead and turn it into a ray. You need an arrow and we'll give it another point and call it C. Okay? Check your work by using the protractor to measure the angle. So now you're going to come back and you're going to put the protractor down, line up this line on top of it. Does that measure 100 degrees? Yes. Now, does it look obtuse to you? Yes, it's obtuse. It's bigger than 90 degrees. If I use the paper test, I can take my sheet of paper and I can put it right here on my vertex and line it up on that bottom ray, and this angle is opening wider than the paper. So we're correct. That is always your way to double check your work when you're measuring angles or drawing angles. Should it look obtuse if it's 100 degrees? Yes. Should it be maybe 30 if it's acute? Yes. So that makes sense. Okay? And so this will go right here. Go ahead and leave yourself some room at the top because I did the wrong page yesterday. So leave yourself a little room at the top. Only a few dots of glue down here at the bottom of page 96. Okay, if you'll talk less and glue more, we can quickly get through and take the pretest, which is what you guys want to do.
No.